In this lesson, we're going to be talking about using NMAp to actually do a little bit of web testing. So I've got a script that I have written that I can use inside of NMAp to do some checking about particular web applications. I'm going to take a look here at this script that I have that was written to check to see whether Joomla is installed. And in this particular case, I've done some minor modifications because of where I have it installed on my system. All you really have to do is change one variable to do some testing, though, on different locations. I've got the description here, and that's one of the components of the scripts that run in the NMAp scripting engine. So that's why the file is .nsc. It's for the NMAp scripting engine. So I've got a description. I've got categories, and now I've got some local variables here that actually import some libraries that I'm going to be using. So my port rule means the port that I'm actually matching that's going to trigger the running of this script. So in this case, if I see an HTTP port, I'm actually going to run the script. Now I've got a function here, and I pass in the host and the port. Here's the variable I mentioned previously. So all you have to do is, if you've got just a simple Joomla installation on a server and it's the only thing running, or you want to check to see if that's the only thing running, you could change this, although having an index page could be indicative of a number of different things. So you'd probably want to change this URI variable to something that's very Joomla specific. What I really want to do is just demonstrate the use of the NMAp scripting engine to do some probing a little bit deeper than just simply seeing whether a port's open. So the first thing I need to do is figure out whether the server replies with a 200 if a page isn't found, which sometimes servers do, and a 200 status indicates that we've got an OK request and we got a response back. And what a server should do is, if it doesn't have a page, is it should actually generate a 404. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that the server is sane and actually replies with a 404 to a file not found. Now we're going to issue a head request down here, and we're going to check the status of the response and make sure that the status is something that suggests that the page is actually there. So in this case, I'm checking to see whether it's a 200 or whether it's a 302, indicating that it's been moved, and it'll redirect you to the correct page. So now we're just going to return the string saying the Joomla site was found. So now what I want to do is I want to run NMAp, and I'm going to do a SYN scan. I'm going to say the port is 80, and I'm going to run the script joomla.nsc. And now my target is 172.30.42.55. This is what actually happens. We just checked for port 80 because there was no point in checking other ports because I don't really care about those. I want to make sure that I've got a web server, first of all. So I do have a web server. I've got the web server port open. And then when it found that web server port open, it ran the script. And we've discovered that there is a Joomla site found at this particular address. So we've got a Joomla site, and now I can go digging based on some vulnerabilities that are in Joomla to go see whether I could actually exploit those vulnerabilities. But you could use this type of script for checking any number of different types of web applications. If you can find a unique signature for that type of web application, you can do scans to figure out whether those are available on any particular web server just using this script and NMAp as your scanning tool.